Good morning, buenos dias. My name is Guillermo Pro. I am the proud principal of Martin High School, the Raymond and Tirsa High School. This is the home of the Tigers, and you are now sitting on sacred ground. Please join me as we begin our ceremony with our Star-Spangled Banner and presentation of colors by our Martin High School ROTC under the direction of Major Orozco. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Martin High School tennis team members Gerardo Westerman and Jacqueline Arizola. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Also the grandchildren of Mr.
with liberty and justice for all. Exodus, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Read, color. Right, face. Forward, mark.
Diego Romo, Daniela Treviño, Mauricio Treviño, Rosso de Treviño, Benjamin.
Thank you. You may be seated. It's important to note that the Pledge of Allegiance was not only led by our Martin High School students, but also family members, Katy Romo, Diego Romo, Daniel Treviño, and Mauricio Treviño, grandchildren of our honorees today. A round of applause for them. Again, welcome. Welcome to Martin High School. As I said, I'm Guillermo Pro, your proud principal, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here today. As I look out into the crowd and I see familiar faces and new faces, it's always awesome to see people come here to Martin High School because we have a lot of pride in what we do here. Now, regardless of this microphone not cooperating, let me tell you about our school. Not only are we the first high school in Laredo and the flagship high school of the city, we're coming off a banner year. This past year, Martin High School earned 5 academic distinctions from the state of Texas. We earned them in ELA, Mathematics, Social Studies, also closing the performance gap and student progress. Now, that's no easy feat. The students here at Martin High School, we have 1,945 students. And out of those 1,945, 1,300 of them are limited English proficient. We are servicing the students that live here on the west side of Laredo, beautiful west side of Laredo. And we don't make excuses, we produce results. And we're doing this here with the best teachers and best staff. As you all saw this morning, what do you think of our mariachis? Aren't they spectacular? Not to mention La Banda del Ánimo under the direction of Mr. Roberto Castro. We're very proud of the accomplishments of our students. Just so that you know, we've got students that have been named to the National Hispanic Scholars by the College Board. We also have students that represented Laredo at the Congress for Future Medical Leaders in Boston, Massachusetts this summer. And we currently have a student that has made the state cross-country tournament. Her name is Samantha Gonzalez. Now, let me tell you about Samantha. If you look right over here in the concession stand, her mom is the lovely lady with the phone recording. She's a parent volunteer, and her daughter Samantha is right here wearing a mariachi uniform. She plays the violin. So not only is she talented in music, she can sing, she can play the violin, but she's running in the state cross-country meet, and we expect her to finish top 5. She's a sophomore. She is a sophomore. So, it's with these great things that we open up this beautiful facility. Today, we are here to officially open the brand new tennis courts complex, which are dedicated to our very own Dr. Alfredo Trevino and his wife, Tina Trevino, who are sitting here in front of us. Round of applause. And also, a gentleman that I personally was able to work with and respect and love and think the world of, our very own Mr. Fausto Dolina Jr., who will win the championship for us. From now on, and for the rest of history, I don't know if you saw it, some of you who drove up, but along the back wall, you'll see some tiger stripes and you see some big M's and tigers. We want to know that this belongs to the Tigers. We want people to know it because we're very proud of what we have here. So from now on, this facility will be named after these wonderful Laredoans, plus Tiger Tennis will have a home forever. And I expect, as I have expected from every organization, here in Martin High School, we're going to make history on these courts. And I'm going to end with this. We have a saying at Martin High School, and it's not the saying that you're thinking about, because we're going to end with that. But there's a saying that we have. This is who we are, and this is what we do. So I want you to remember that, because as we go throughout history, these young men and women behind me are proving every single day that at Martin High School, we create history. Whether we're running a state, whether we're playing in the band, whether we're competing in the classroom, we're going to make history. And we're going to make history on this court. So I'm going to end with the saying that we all know here. And I want everyone to yell it loud and clear so that everyone in the neighborhood knows. I want to welcome you to Martin High School, Raymond and Tirsa, and the new tennis complex to be named today. Because here at Martin High School, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Thank you very much. I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Veronica Castillo.
Wow, what a warm welcome. Welcome again to Tigerland, everybody. It's my pleasure to have you all as guests of our very important occasion. This is a milestone, a historic occasion for Martin High School. Before we go any further, I would like to call up Reverend Paul Fry, who is the rector at Christ Church Episcopal, to do an invocation and a blessing at this important occasion. Reverend Fry?
Thank you. Let me get my notes out here. Let's take a moment of silence. Un momento de silencio, por favor. It's appropriate to dedicate this on All Saints Day, hoy es Día de Todos Santos. So let's just take a moment of silence. Dios Todopoderoso, we give you thanks for this day, for all the men and women who have gone before us in this life, who have done great things in your name. We thank you for this tennis court complex. We thank you for the growth that occurs in our lives, in our health, in our bodies, in our mind, when we play. Thank you for the gift of competition that sharpens us, sharpens our abilities, makes us believe in ourselves and discover that we can do more than we ever thought possible. Thank you, too, for Dr. Alfredo y Tina Trevino and Mr. Fausto Golarina and the work they've done in molding and shaping young lives through sports, through education, and in so many other ways, the way they've given themselves to this community of Laredo. We thank you for Martin High School, for the amazing, wonderful, and excellent work they do. We ask that you bless these tennis courts, let them be places of joy, sometimes tears, but always of growth. Bless all those who play here, down through many generations, that they might be shaped and molded and discover that they have the capacity to do wonderful and great things in Laredo, in the United States, and all around the world. Por todo esto te damos gracias, Señor, en el santo nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Thank you so much, Paul Fry. Reverend Paul Fry from Christ Church Episcopal. And we continue with the ceremony. First, I would like to introduce to you some very important people here this morning. And I'll start with the President of the LISD Board of Trustees, the Honorable Hector Garcia. Sitting next to him is the Vice President of the Board, the Honorable Hector J. Noyola. We have a former principal of Martin High School, and she's also a member of the LISD Board of Trustees, Dr. Cecilia May Moreno. The Superintendent of LISD Schools, Dr. Silvia Guerra Rios. I also see Webb County Clerk, the Honorable Margie Ramirez Ibarra. We have members of the LISD Cabinet. We have Ms. Maggie Martinez, Assistant Superintendent for Student Services. Mr. Mike Munoa, who is our Assistant Superintendent for Technology. Mr. Angel Velasquez, who is the Assistant Superintendent for Plant Facilities and Support Services. Our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Dr. Gerardo Cruz. LISD Athletic Director, Ms. Silvia Laura Barrera. LISD Police Chief, Roberto Villarreal. From our Construction Department, Mr. Charlie Ibarra. I also think I see the Athletic Director from Laredo Community College, Mr. Troy Van Brunt. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. The Principal of Arias Elementary School, Ms. Amana Garza. And Coach Cavalina, Mr. Coach Arias. The architects who designed this beautiful new facility. From Frank Architects, we have Mr. Frank Rothnowski and his wife, Viviana Rothnowski, and Mr. Arturo Garza. And representing Linebacker Construction, we have Mr. Greg Melendez. Thank you all for being here. A little bit of history here. Laredo High School was originally built in 1916 in beautiful downtown Laredo in what is now La Posada Hotel. In 1937, Laredo High was moved to San Bernardo Avenue. And over the years, LISD has added a lot of new buildings. You're probably familiar with the Roberto Flores Gym, the Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College High School, the Elia Montemayor Science Building, the Elmo Lopez Band Hall, the Tita Flores Library, and the Harry Benugli Field House, all named for those very special people who have shaped the lives of our youth. Tina Trevino, Dr. Trevino, and Mr. Ballerina, you have certainly made a mark in the lives of our students, and LISD recognizes your efforts with this dedication. And we congratulate you and your families. Our first speaker is greatly appreciated for all the time and energy that he gives to the students of LISD. This community leader is a respected businessman who understands the importance of a quality education. A dynamic volunteer and former city councilman. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a Martin High School welcome to the president of our board, Hector Pico Garcia.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to keep it short. I was telling Mr. Trevino I got out of bed to come to this. I've been under the weather the last couple of days, but I couldn't have missed it for both of y'all. I've known you all for a long, long time. Consider the Treviños, they call a power couple. Unbelievable people fighting for the kids of Laredo. She served at the UID school board, and her husband been involved with not only tennis, but tennis with Border Olympics, tennis with Nixon, tennis with Martin, tennis with Sinaloa, all over the place. And we talked to them a lot when we actually started to think about designing this facility, and they gave us a lot of different ideas. We fought very hard to get this facility done. Took us a year and a half of debate to get it out here. It's, some board member wanted a four court, and we said no, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to do the same thing we did at the other schools, and we're going to give them what they deserve. Coach Dovalina, I've known him for a long time. When I was at Nixon High School under Gene Sharp, I was asked to take over the tennis team for a semester. And tennis, I said, okay, I'll do it. He was the man that I went to, and he helped me every time I had practice, gave me ideas. He just, fed me different things. We did all right that semester, but it wasn't for him. I don't know what I would have done. He's produced so many good tennis players on the facilities that were at Martin High School, which I pretty much just sad to say that they have facilities like that at Martin High School. And he did the impossible with what he had. And I'm truly grateful for that. Thank you very much. And for Treviños for always doing what you've done year after year. And it's, one speaks for everybody and the other one just, I'm gonna do what it needs to be done. And I appreciate that. LISD has invested a lot of money in facilities. This is one of many facelifts we're doing to this area. We just approved the almost $6.5 million facelift to the baseball field and to the practice field out here. We approved the $15 million facelift to the Civic Center and the newly named Dennis Nixon Auditorium. And we're fixing to do facilities for our administration that we're putting money together. Dr. Moreno, we put a piggy bank together and we're up to about 25 million. Need about 10 more million to do that project. But we've done this, keeping a balanced budget, making sure all our employees got a pay raise, did a rollback on our taxes. We've been very transparent in everything we've done at the school board. And we work very hard, and I know everybody on administration does that. We do it because we owe it to not only our taxpayers, but the people of Laredo. Thank you very much for being here. It is a special day for us. It's a special day for myself. So God bless both of you all three of you, and congratulations on behalf of the board.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Our next speaker was unanimously named superintendent of LISD 4 months ago. She's a native of Heavenville, and this vibrant educator was valedictorian of her class and drum major of the band. She was the first person in her family to go to college, and she earned her bachelor's, her master's, and her doctoral degrees. It's my pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Silvia Rios.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. On behalf of the Laredo Independent School District, I would like to take this little time to really say thank you, not only to our Board of Trustees led by Mr. Garcia and all of the other leaders that have preceded him, as well as to all of the trustees and all of the support and commitment that we get from every single part of our community. Today is a celebration. It is a celebration not only of this beautiful complex, but also of the work that it has taken to make this possible. This and every other project that Mr. Garcia has mentioned, and all of the other initiatives that continuously are brought to the forefront so that our students can benefit from all of this great work. And today, Dr. and Ms. Trevino, as well as Mr. Novalina, you are an exemplar set of individuals who continuously dedicate your work towards the achievement of our students, and we are extremely grateful for the work that you do. To the audience, we know that everything that happens at LISD is a reflection of the commitment and dedication that you also put into the education of our students. So we invite you to continue supporting our kids. We invite you to continue supporting the initiatives and the endeavors. And as Mr. Crow said, you know, there may be challenges always that surround Laredo ISD, but we're not one to back down from these challenges. And the students here before you, who I would like to thank, the mariachi, excellent, excellent work, and our band, Martin High School Band, who just finished representing Laredo ISD at area competitions, and it's been quite a few years since this band has been on the pathway to state title. So we're so very proud of the work that you guys do. You are so special to us, and you are a reflection of all of the students that represent Laredo ISD in all of their endeavors. So once more, thank you so much, and let's continue this beautiful, wonderful celebration in recognition of the work that is continuously being done by our community, by our Board of Trustees, and by the staff that helps to make things possible for our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize some staff members that are here from the LISD Office of Communications. Our Public Information Officer, Mr. Bobby Trevino. Our Community Relations Specialist, Ms. Mimi Valdez. And we also have our Director of Instructional Television, Ms. Jeanette Vasquez. And the Executive Assistant to the Superintendent, Ms. Josie Rodriguez. Thank you all for joining us today. Martin High School Assistant Principal, making sure everything stays smooth here, Mr. J.J. Gonzalez. We have members of the Martin High School tennis team with us here this morning, and they're going to be telling you or giving you examples of why these brand new facilities have been named in honor of these three exemplary community leaders. And so we're going to start off with Darren Nunez, who is going to tell you a little bit about Dr. Alfredo Trevino. Ms. Nunez? Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Come on over here, Magali. Magali Olin. All right, here you go.
Dr. Alfredo Trevino Jr. graduated from the University of Texas at Austin with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in zoology and his medical degree from the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston. He completed his medical internship at Wilford Hall Lakeland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. He is board certified by the American Board of Ophthalmology. He served his country in the United States Air Force and achieved the rank of Major in the Medical Corps. He was a flight surgeon in Laughlin Air Force Base in Laredo, Texas. He was assistant professor of ophthalmology at Wilford Hall. He is a member of the American Academy of Ophthalmology, the Texas Medical Foundation, the Texas Ophthalmology Association, Texas Medical Association, American Medical Association, Association of Cataract and Surgery and the Tri-County Medical Society. He served as Chief of Staff and Board Member at Doctors Hospital. His honors include the Daybreak Rotary Club Rotarian of the Year, Angel of Hope for Laredo, Junior Achievement Business Hall of Fame, and Latin American Hall of Fame. He is a member of the Laredo Boys and Girls Club, the Laredo Border Olympics, Leadership Laredo, Laredo Tennis Association, and the United States Tennis Association. He graduated from Martin High School in 1961 and was named a Tiger Legend in 2005. Dr. Trevino and his wife Tina are faithful members of Christ Church Episcopal. They have 3 children, 5 grandchildren, and were named the U.S. Tennis Association Texas Family of the Year.
Thank you, Mary. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ms. Tina Trevino. We also have, coming over here, Ms. Diana Nunez. Ms. Trevino wasn't born in Laredo, but she got here as fast as she could. So here we pass it on to Ms. Nunez.
A Galveston native, Tina Trevino graduated from Laredo State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education and history. She taught at St. Patrick's Catholic School in Galveston, Alma Price Elementary School, United Day School, and coached at Tennis St. Augustine School. She is the office administrator for the family's business, Trevino Eye Clinic. She was a member of the United ISD Board of Trustees for 7 years in the Texas Association of School Board representing area school districts. She is a member of the American Academy of Ophthalmology of Office Administrators, American Society of Ophthalmic Administrators, American Association of Ophthalmic Executives, Leadership Laredo, Leadership Texas, American Association of Mediators, Border Olympics of City of Laredo Convention and Visitors Advisory Board. She served on the Texas A&M International University President's Advisory Committee and the Laredo Community College Allied Health Advisory Committee. She was recognized by the Laredo's Women's Commission Hall of Fame, Junior Achievement Business Laureate, Angel of Hope, Outstanding Achievement of TAMIU Alumni, and National Smithsonian Institute Hispanic Achievement Award. She was the founder of the Doctors Hospital of Laredo Junior Volunteers Communities in School of Laredo. She was president of the Laredo Tennis Association and served on various committees of the U.S. Tennis Association Texas section. Tina and her husband, Dr. Alfredo Trevino, are faithful members of Christ Church Episcopal. They have 3 children, 5 grandchildren, and were named the U.S. Tennis Association Texas Family of the Year.
Thank you, Ms. Nunez. And now we have Victoria Garcia, who will tell you a little bit about Mr. Fausto Dovalina Jr. Victoria. By the way, these are all members of the tennis team.
Fausto Dovalina Jr. is a proud product of Laredo ISD Westside Schools. He attended Landecker Elementary School, Christian Middle School, and graduated from Martin High School in 1978. While he was a student at MHS, he was a member of the varsity tennis team for 4 years under the direction of Dr. W.B. Weatherford. He received tennis scholarships to both Laredo Junior College and Texas A&I University in Kingsville, Texas. He graduated cum laude in 1982 with a double major and received a bachelor's of science, all-level physical education, secondary health education. He returned to Laredo and became the Martin High's head tennis coach. During his tenure, the Martin tennis program achieved numerous successes, including girls singles regional qualifiers 8 times, girls team district champions 2 times, girls team district run-up champions 3 times, boys team district runner-up champions, tennis team district runner-up champions, tennis team area playoff, and sports excellence recognition by Latin American International Sports Hall of Fame 2 times. In 1991, he took on the role of PE coach at Farias Elementary School, where he introduced his students to the sport of tennis. His program at the elementary school level developed many future Tiger tennis team players. He dedicated 33 years of his life to the students of Laredo ISD until his retirement in June 2016. He was a member of Border Olympics and the Laredo Tennis Association. Dovalina and his wife Adriana have 3 children.
students. And I forgot to introduce their coach. Coach Rodriguez, would you wave? Coach Rodriguez, for the Martin High School tennis team. And now I'd like to call up on Dr. Alfredo and Tina Trevino to give you and to express their gratitude to LISD Board of Trustees. And I think you all are also going to introduce your family members. Please come up, Dr. and Mrs. Alfredo Trevino.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I didn't expect to be addressing such a big crowd. I thought we were going to have 2 or 3 members, all members of my family here. This is kind of eerie. First of all, full disclosure, and I think that they did mention it, but I am a tiger. I walked the halls in 1961. I was in school when Mr. Noyola was a student also. We graduated together and we played sports together. And he went to basketball and I went to tennis. We still like each other. But thank you very much for the LISD Board of Trustees for this great honor. You know, this is very surreal. You never hear about donations, and I think it's good. When people are alive, they always give when somebody dies and stuff. So, but it's so nice to have the feelings. The only bad thing is that you can't compare how you feel with other people because they're already gone. And I looked at the, try and make this more interesting, and I Googled it, and Google has no answers to this. Actually, I said, what you need is just to thank a lot of people. And first of all, I want to start by thanking God for orchestrating all this.
Amen.
And for giving us the health and the energy to do what we do and His will. Next, I want to thank everybody involved with such a beautiful celebration, including Veronica, you're a genius. Everything it's in its right place, very well organized, beautiful music. My favorite is mariachi band, and they're here. I'm just walking on air right now because of the facilities and the celebration. When we first heard about, in fact, you called us, Veronica called us, that we had just been named by the Board of Trustees to name this facility after us. I was stunned and very, very dumbfounded and actually speechless. I said, well, my gosh, why did they do that? And I'm not sure if it's a normal reaction or not, but that's the reaction I had. It's not like I could talk to the dead and tell them, how did you feel? It was just that, it just felt so good. I was kind of like, never had a reaction like this. I felt like I just got a Nobel Prize, actually. And just the naming of the facility, but that's just how my heart felt. And I will never forget that. And I want to thank the Laredo Independent School District Board of Trustees for doing that, for giving us this unexpected, unsolicited, but very, very pleasant surprise. Some people say, what's the deal about tennis? Why are you so into it? Well, it is a sport that is so good that we would like for everybody that would want to play the game to have an opportunity to do so. We did not have the opportunity when we were growing up in Laredo a long time ago. There was tennis going all over, but we didn't have tennis in Laredo, so we lost a whole generation because the opportunity was not there. With this beautiful facility and other facilities that the Board of Trustees have approved throughout the recent years, I can see a big change coming up in the future. I said that we have to thank a lot of people in order to complete a speech like this. And I want to thank my buddies that are here, my tennis buddies that I've been playing with for over 15 years, Robert and Cande, Dr. Ramos, Dr. Samarron. We get together every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday to play for about 2.5 hours. And afterwards, I must be truthful. We do go have some tacos, one and sometimes two. But so we talk about what we did good and what we did bad.
But you have dessert.
And sometimes we do have some cheesecake afterwards. I want to thank and I'm very proud of my family. I just saw my son walk in with his family and his two beautiful children, Daniela. It's her birthday today too. So I say, Daniela, you family? She's 11 years old. 11 years old today. And I'm very proud of Tony and my daughter Jamie and my other daughter, Doctor, in San Antonio couldn't make it today. But I'm sure they're very proud of Mom and Dad. And of course our grandchildren are very proud of Grandpa and Grandma. Some people say, why tennis? What's the business about tennis? What's the deal? We have a hero that his name is Arthur Ashe. He was an African American tennis player who was like the Jackie Robinson of baseball. He broke the color barrier, and for decades and decades there was a lot of discrimination. And he played tennis at the highest level. And he was quoted as saying, from what you get, you make a living, but it's what you give that makes a life. And we've adopted this model into our household for many years ago. And I guess all this business of promoting tennis and trying to grow tennis in the community is our way of making our lives worthwhile and meaningful. I have a lot more things to say, but I'm going to quit because I think I've overstated my stand here.
He said a lot after I told him what I was going to say, then he put it in his speech. I must thank you all. When we were notified about this honor, I can say that more than ever, I was surprised, but today, looking at your faces, I can also say I am humbled. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with your faces, all of you. And I'm almost speechless, but no, I'm not. LISD board members, you have vision. I knew it when I saw that group of you. And I was just sharing with Cecilia. I remember when you guys were going back and forth whether to put these tennis facilities up here. And I read in the paper that, it's going to be on hold. And I got unhappy, to say the least. I called Cecilia and I said, do something. Your children deserve it. Do something. It's time. I can tell you, I remember San Agustin, when Doc and I coached San Agustin for 15 years, playing on the tennis courts. Remember those, Fausto? over there and looking through the fence and watching our children, our students that we were coaching play. And I just thought, this is good. And then they tore it down. And my heart broke because then Martin's team started being transported to Market and back. It was an enormous amount of time for them to take to be committed. But Fausto was there behind them, and that was incredible. You did a heck of a job. I think, board members, you have more path to go. You've got down the road to go. And since I have the mic, Figueroa only has 4 courts. No pressure. I would like to see all high schools have a facility that each and everyone deserves. And then when you have your extra money, you can put them in the middle schools. I want to thank my family. Jamie, for being there, taking care of Dad and I all the time. She's the one in Laredo, and if anyone over 50 knows that, you know, I forgot my keys, I forgot this, and can you pick this up? And that's Jamie. And not to mention the fact, I know all the passwords. And you know, she knows all of Al's passwords because he doesn't remember anything. Beth, my daughter in San Antonio, Pediatric Behavior and Development. I'm so proud of her and her family, Natalia. And Tony, you were the reason that we did volunteer at St. Aug. You were our champion tennis player. We started with you when you were like 6 or 7, and that was an exciting time. And then, when Diego was born, he had no choice. Grandpa wasn't going to let him not learn how to play tennis, and he did. Daniela and Mauricio, you followed through as well. You are such blessings to us. And Daniela, you are 11 years of a blessing to us. And the spouses, thanks for hanging on to the ride, because it's a challenge sometimes. My other Laredo family, the Romos. I don't have a lot of family. I have no family here in Laredo, but the Romos are my family. And I thank you all so much for the love and everything that you've given us. And then there's all these individuals, male and female in red, that say Trevino Eye Clinic, my staff, our 2 doctors, and our 24 staff, our support staff. And thank you so much. Thank you for hearing me say, hey, I'm on my way to the tennis, I'm on my way to teach tennis to the blind, I'm on my way to do the tournament, Dr. T needs help with folding the t-shirts, you guys are there.
And thank you for not calling in sick today.
And also our friends. Some of you have come from out of town, our family. Ricardo and Emma have come from San Antonio. We're so touched and so pleased. And the community, thank you. David Newman, and just everybody. Our partnerships with LCC, our partnerships with United ISD's tennis coach, our partnerships with the city of Laredo. Because of you, we have the ability to do something in Laredo that nobody does. We can put on a tournament that's totally done by volunteers. It's not heard of in Texas. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Bobby Castro. Where are you? Bobby, your band director, let me tell you a little secret. Órale. Bobby, the first time I ever met him was at United Day School when he started teaching music to Jamie, Beth, and Tony. To this day, every December, he plays at our Happy Birthday Baby Jesus party. And if I don't call him, he calls me to remind me. But it's wonderful. This facility, I wish many things. And excuse me for my back. I'm going to be speaking to the tennis team, to you all, and to you all. You are the future of this facility, of this district, of yourself. And I hope for you that this facility brings you honor, the knowledge of sportsmanship. Winning isn't all. Sometimes you learn more from when you lose because you think, how could I have done better? I should have hit a better backhand. But when you win, you go, oh, yeah, I did it. And then, yeah, you're off to the next match, right? Remember that. Remember that. It's going to build character. Band, character is who you are in your heart. And that's who you're going to be as an adult. I want you to respect yourself and others. And I want you to share the gift that this school board has given you in our facility and in your district, and I want you to share that with others. And then, more than anything, I want you to remember, with what you get, you make a living, but it's what you give that makes a life and your life so successful. Dr. T and I have been blessed to be able to be givers. I'm hoping to teach my grandchildren to be givers, and I want you all to learn to be givers. You don't have to have money. Just share your talents, share your passion, share your love. Thank you so very much. I too have probably spoken way too long, but know that our hearts are touched, and I will never forget this day.
Thank you, Dr. T and Mrs. T. And now I'd like to call up Mr. Fausto Valladolid Jr. to accept this honor on behalf of himself and his family. Mr. Fausto Valladolid Jr.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your attendance today. To my family and friends, thank you for sharing this moment with me. Let me first take this opportunity to once again congratulate Dr. and Mrs. Trevino on the most deserved recognition. I stand here before you as a perfect example of what can be accomplished when one has the dedication and support to follow one's dreams. My dream was always to help young boys and young girls accomplish their dreams. For me, tennis was the way to do that. Now, they say speaking in public is one of the hardest things a person can do. For me, especially today, It's very hard. So I'm going to ask my wife, Adriana, to come say a few words on my behalf.
Good morning. I must agree with my husband. Speaking in public is a very difficult thing to do. But here goes. Coach would like to thank the school board members, Superintendent Dr. Silvia Rios, the selection committee for this wonderful honor. Johnny, to you and all those who helped you to make this day a reality, thank you so much. 12 years ago, the original Martin tennis courts were removed to make room for the school's expansion. Today, we have the privilege of being here at the Dr. Alfredo and Tina Trevino Tennis Complex and the Fausto Dovalina Jr. Championship Court. And I'm sure that we can all agree it was definitely worth the wait. In 1974, Coach met the man who would become the most influential person in his life. That man was the late Dr. W.B. Weatherford, his high school coach and mentor. His motto, "Never say you can't," became the mantra of the tennis team. Doug Weatherford, Coach shares this honor with you today. When Coach took over the Martin tennis team, Dr. Weatherford asked him only one thing: please keep the program going. And for the next 33 years, Coach kept that promise. The program grew, hundreds of students learned the game of tennis and the very valuable lessons the sport could teach them. Be loyal, work hard, never quit. Coach would like to thank the many administrators and co-workers he had the pleasure working with here at Martin High School. He spent 37 years on this campus as both a student and faculty member. Tigerland will always be his home. To his Farias Elementary family, Coach would like to say, thank you for your support, your encouragement, and the treasured friendships we developed there and still maintain today. Falcons forever. Lastly, to the many Martin High School tennis players he had the good fortune to mentor, your coach says, thank you all for what we accomplished here together as a team. It was your hard work and effort that made it possible for me to be honored here today. Thank you for giving me the ride of a lifetime. Thank you again.
Beautiful, beautiful responses. Thank you so much to the Trevino and Dovalina families. All three of you are certainly deserving of this honor. And now we're going to get ready for the moment we've all been waiting for, the ribbon cutting ceremony, to officially open our brand new tennis courts in honor of Dr. Alfredo and Tina Trevino and the Dovalina Championship Court in honor of Mr. Fausto Dovalina Jr. May I please have our board members join us up here in front, and Dr. Rios in front of the tiger, and also our honorees. And if I could have our lovely assistants help me with